Good afternoon, and welcome back to another episode of Conscious Dating Online. I am your host, Francis Mahan. In today's section, I'm going to give you a few inputs about the pros and cons of dating online. Previously, I kind of gave you an insight as to why dating online. Why do we want to date online? We are under a pandemic. Well, there are many people who find themselves at home isolated, lonely, and even depressed because they can't connect with people. They cannot go out and have the usual date they used to have, which is the norm of going to bars and socializing. We have to keep a social distance. And that makes it even more difficult for anyone to connect at an intimate level, of course. But here is where dating online becomes one of the best things that we can do. Why is that? If you want to know why, is think about the fact that when you date online and you don't know the person that you're dating, you get to connect with them and communicate before you meet in person. So, in fact, there is no danger of having to date different people and getting into disappointment and having the discomfort of waiting until the person calls or doesn't call. You're communicating one on one, you're getting to know each other, and you are courting each other, of course, in the good old fashioned way to know more about the individual. And when you do that, you have a better opportunity at not getting hurt. Why is that? There is a difference when you are intimately connected with someone and you have to go separate ways. Let's say the person feels that you're not the right person for them, that there are things they don't like about you, or they just feel that you're not that one. Why is that? Have you ever asked yourself why you meet someone and all of a sudden you find that they drift away? Something turned them off, whether it's a girl or a boy. It happens to both. I know I've experienced it myself and vice versa. And this is how I know what to say to you. So if someone pulls away from you, it tells you two things. Number one, they're not the committing type. They're afraid to commit, and there is something that is telling them that it's time for them to make a decision. Number two, it could be that they're dating you online at the same time they're dating somebody else. See, oftentimes men find themselves lonely at home and they can go through the internet and browse the technical avenue of the network that connects them with other people and choose someone they can converse with because they're lonely, but they're not really interested in establishing a relationship with you at an intimate level. Perhaps at a romantic level, yes, when they're lonely, but not intimate. See, they have somebody else over there waiting for them as a way to keep them busy when they're not entertaining here. And therefore, you find yourself being rejected. So, what did you do when you feel rejected? You said, "Oh, I'm not the one. I am so hurt." Let's say, for example, you've been dating this person for 1, 2, or 3 months, and you feel like worthless. You feel that he have chosen somebody else instead of you, and it hurts. It feels uncomfortable. My advice to you is do not spend more than 3 days in that state of mind. We are humans, we have emotions, and we feel. Therefore, if you get attached to someone and at some level you feel or felt that this is the one. And trust me, I know the meaning of this is the one, because when you're dating online and you find that person that you think is the one, not knowing what's going to happen in the future, dating online is a bargain. It is like hunting, and that's men nature. They like to hunt more than one woman and then decide which one they want to keep. When that happens to you, if you spend more than 3 days, Houston, we have a problem. You want to know why? You're going to go into depression. You're going to feel like you're less than that woman that he have chosen. And the truth is that that's not true. It is a matter of choice of an individual, whether it is you as a woman or him as a man who chooses which person is best for them. And that's okay. That's perfectly okay. Number one, you learn the lesson that when you're dating online, if that person rejects you and you're not the one, you either retreat for a little while, stay away from the dating scene, heal yourself, focus on you, the individual, the person. Nourish yourself, nurture yourself, do things for you. Go for a walk, exercise, do yoga, read, do anything that enhances your well being spiritually, emotionally, and at every level because you're going to need it. This is not about you, and this is not life happening to do things for you. Sometimes it is the best thing that can happen to you. Because ask yourself the question, what if you thought that while you date this person online, he was the one? And in essence, when you get involved with this person, it's a totally different story. Because remember, we are dating online, we're getting to know each other, courting each other. And you don't know what you don't know until you establish an intimacy and a romance with this individual. So leave it up to the universe, leave it up to God. If he doesn't call, do not make an effort to bother unless, and I repeat again, and most people are too proud to do this, unless you have to apologize for something you say that may have offended this person. Or if you feel that somehow you hurt this individual, and as a result of that, they were incapable of taking it and they felt that it was a burden and it was too much to deal with. If you feel that you have to apologize, do it. I tell you what it does to you. When you apologize to someone because you were at fault, it gives you power. It makes you vulnerable and it makes you a humble human being. And that is of value because the other person, if they are quiet, they don't want to speak about it, they don't want to explain why they have made a decision, they just tell you, I don't want to see you anymore, or I can't see you without further explaining. It is obvious that they are with somebody else. They have chosen another person instead of you. And trust me, there is a saying, and it is part of what I have designed for every soul out there who is searching for another soul. There is a soul waiting to be found. There is somebody out there that if you feel that you need a partner will come along. Now, I want to make this clear to you. When this happens to you, don't go out and try to immediately connect with other people or find out, what do I do next? I'm just going to do something because I don't want to be lonely and this person didn't choose me and I don't care. No, please take time for yourself. Let it go. Allow time to heal the way you feel so that when you are ready, once again, to meet that person that you're looking for or to make connection with other people, you are in a perfect state of being so that you can find what you want. Because whether you believe it or not, people can read physical expression, they can read our emotions, even our internal feelings by the way that we present ourselves, what we say, how do we behave, and how we bring up things from the past as well. So please take your time, dedicate time for you, do not rush, heal, nurture yourself, be there for you, and let it go. Let it go. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. If it's meant to be, it will happen. There are coaches that say, well, it is a dating site, and if you don't meet someone, you just keep on trying until you find the right one. And if not, just give that person that you never thought you will give a chance to get to know you. You know what happens when you settle? You know what you do when you decide that you're just going to settle for less because you can find your soulmate. You may find somebody that you think you connect with and you have something in common with, but somehow along the line in the future, you will wish for more because you settle for less. Why? Number one, either you're in a hurry. Number two, your clock is ticking and you want to have children, you want to buy the house, you want to have all the beautiful things. And then what happens? You find yourself moving in with this guy, this man or woman that you think is the one. Now ask yourself, how does it feel when you know that that man or woman that you have met is the one? If you break up with them, do you feel like going out with somebody else? No, you don't. Have you ever felt that when you found that person that is the one and somehow something happened and you detach from them, every time you go online to look at another person to think that you can connect with them, you can't find him because you have already established a connection at an intimate, loving, caring, and spiritual level with that person. And until you heal, it is not going to happen. You're just going to keep reconnecting with people and encountering the same problem over and over again. Because when you find that one, when you meet the one, there is an intertwined connection between you and him. And that is not easy to just take it, tear it, and let it go. It's not easy. It's just as if you've known them for years, as if you have been with them for many, many years, and you feel as if they're part of you. It's not that they complete you, but that they connect with you at a very high spiritual level. It's not even sexual, because trust me, this can happen to you, to me, or anyone. And it has happened to me where I will connect with someone at such a spiritual level of intimacy that I know that I know that I know because I can't find what I found in this individual in somebody else. And until I let go of how I feel and understand the process of what happened if the person is not there and heal myself, there is no way I am going to be ready to reconnect. Now, going back to the idea of finding the perfect one and moving in with this person, what is the point? Not really. What is the point? Okay, number one, you settle because you thought you'll never find him. Number two, now you have moved in with this person. Why? Why move in with someone when you think it's the right person? When you have connected at a level that you want this person with you all the time. You don't want to look at somebody else. You don't want to be searching because you found him or her. So why moved in? Why not get married? Because I tell you what can happen. Number one, you can have a big argument, a big fight, or a big disagreement with this person, and because this person lives with you and is not married, they can walk away anytime they want to. And it happened to one of my nieces who lived with this guy for almost 10 years. He never committed to her. And the day they had a big fight, he just walked away and found somebody else. Just that easy. Just that easy. 10 years waiting for somebody to decide whether they want you or no. I tell you what, the only way I will do that is if someone doesn't want to write one of those prenuptial contract that says, because of my money or your money, I'm not marrying you, but if you want to be in this relationship, you have a choice to stay or to go. And then, in which case, you have to decide. But I feel that if I have found the one, I want to make a commitment. I want to have something that is concise, something that is of value. I'm not a bargain. I'm not here as a trial. I'm not a rental car. I'm a human being with feelings. And when I decide that I want something, that is what I want. Just as well, when I decide I don't want it, it's not going to happen. So my advice to you, after myself being through some of these situations in life, is if you found the one, make sure, number one, that he is in the same link of thoughts that you are, that you make it clear from the time you met him what is it that you're looking for in a relationship. See, today I'm looking at a lot of people online dating, and I'm looking at some of the online dating sites where the guys do not tell you precisely that they want commitment. They just say, oh, I want somebody to love, to spend time with, who can go travel, do this and do that. What does that tell you? They want companion. They're not into commitment. When a man says, I am serious, this is what I want and this is what I'm looking for, big difference. If that is what you want, go for it. You're in having a good time, traveling and being pampered, then go for that as well. It's your choice. I know I'm not. I'm at an age when I don't need to do anything like that. I want commitment. I want something that is concise. And if I don't care how good looking or what the person has to offer, if that's not what they're going to offer you, trust me, after 3 years of experience, I can tell you it is not going to happen. 3 years ago, I was engaged and I battle with this relationship into it is going to happen, it's not going to happen, we are going to get engaged, we gonna get married, we go find the suit, we go get the dress, we get the ring, and it's going to happen, it's not going to happen for 3 years. So I do know. So I do know. And I have the experience of having to walk away from that relationship because I knew in the end, if a person has never been married and is not a committed type, every time that person has a relationship with someone, they walk away. They walk away. So if a man is 50, 48, 49, and he tells you, I never been married, but I want a partner to establish a relationship, there is your hint. He is not the committed type for a relationship to be married. He is in it for the romance. He needs companion. He does not need a partner for life. He does not need a partner for life. Like I said, unless you're signing a prenuptial agreement, then that's a different story. So there you have it. These are the pros and cons of dating online. And today I cannot say enough about dating online. I think it's the best opportunity for us to connect with the opposite side. I think it is the best way to establish courtship where you get to communicate, you get to connect, you get to know, you get to understand. And if you have to walk away, you are not hurt to the level where you establish an intimacy and it's harder to go separate ways. You have the choice to make a decision whether you want to stay or not. I will never compromise for what I don't want. No matter the situation, I am not desperate to try to go out there and find my partner. I want to find my beloved. I want to find that one that protects me. I want to find my prince of hearts. I want to find somebody that connects with me at an emotional, intimate, is compassionate, caring, and has all the qualities that I'm looking for. I'm not out there to just date. If those qualities are not within the person that I see on the other side on their profile, I'm not choosing it. He can own half of the world, but if he doesn't have those criteria, is he going to fulfill my needs and my values? He's not going to have. Thank you so much for listening to this video. This is Francis Mayhem from Conscious Dating Online with a few tips about what to look for, what are commitments, why not to compromise yourself, and how to look for a few hints about who is the committed type and who is not. How you can mend yourself even though someone says you're not the one. That is perfect. Trust me, the one that you want is out there and he is also looking for you. Thank you for listening. It's been a pleasure. Have a good day. Love and light.